Okay, so, so in 15 we have to see now the first unit we have we already saw continuous wave modulation. In 15 we have to see PAM, PWM, PPM. That means analog modulation. Pulse modulation they have the category. So in that under the analog modulation we have to see PAM, PWM, and PPM. So even we want to see digital modulation, pulse code modulation also we have to discuss. So what is pulse amplitude modulation? PAM, pulse amplitude modulation. So pulse amplitude modulation, the amplitude of the pulse carrier varies accordance with the instantaneous amplitude of message signal. The amplitude of the pulse carrier varies accordance with the instantaneous amplitude of message signal. The pulse amplitude modulator signal will follow the amplitude of the signal. The original signal traces output that path of the whole wave. The natural pulse amplitude modulation is signal sampled at the Nyquist rate. So they are reconstructed by bypassing through the efficient low pass frequency, that exact cutoff frequency. So see, there is a pulse amplitude modulation here. There is a input, so modulating signal, and then carrier signal, carrier pulse train. So this carrier pulse of this carrier varies according with the instantaneous amplitude of message signal. So how it will be vary, you see. So based on the amplitude, the carrier pulse amplitude carrier is varies. So this is called as pulse amplitude modulation. Carrier pulse is varies. Okay, so this is a natural PAM. You know, this one is natural PA pulse amplitude modulation. But you have to see flat top sampling. So this is a process. If you're going to sample the signal, it can be represented as a pulse, which amplitude of the signal cannot be changed with respect to the analog signal. So the process is simplified in the circuit diagram. You know that the top of the amplitude is saved. That is a flat top pulse amplitude modulation. So then pulse width modulation. Pulse width modulation or pulse duration modulation or pulse time modulation. So the analog modulation scheme, which durations are with the time of the pulse carrier varies as a proportional of amplitude of the message signal. That means the analog modulation scheme, the duration or width or time of the pulse carrier varies accordance with the instantaneous value of or amplitude of message signal, that is called as pulse width modulation or pulse position modulation, pulse duration modulation or pulse time modulation. Just is nothing, just the carrier of carrier pulse width or duration or time is varies accordance with the input signal, amplitude of the input signal, that is called as pulse width modulation. So types of pulse width modulation, you know, we have three type of pulse width modulation. See the diagram, A and B and C. That A, they have a leading edge, and then the leading edge of the pulse being constant in A. See the A diagram here. The leading edge of the pulse being constant and trailing edge varies according to the message signal. So similarly, the trailing edge pulse being constant, the trailing edge of the pulse being constant, and the leading edge is varies accordance with the message signal, and then the center pulse being constant, and leading and trailing edges varies accordance with the message signal. So these are the three types of pulse width modulation, or pulse position, or pulse duration modulation. So pulse position modulation, previously we saw pulse width or pulse time or pulse duration. These three names are in same technique, and the name only different, the technique is same. Now we are going to see what is pulse position modulation. So what is position modulation? The carrier pulse carrier position varies accordance with the instantaneous values of message signal, that is called as pulse position modulation. So again, there is a input and amplitude of input, and then carrier, periodic sequence pulse train carrier. So you see pulse position signal, how it will be vary. So there is a input signal. So I just now I said the carrier pulse position varies accordance with the instantaneous values of amplitude of message signal. So based on this amplitude, the position of the carrier is varies. How they will be positioned, that output, you see that. Then advantage, as the amplitude or width are constant, the power, the amplitude and width are constant, and power handled also is constant, because amplitude and width are constant, so power also getting constant, it's not a fluctuated. And drawbacks, the synchronization between transmitter and receiver is a must. So that's a very drawback. So comparison between PAM, PWM and PPM. So amplitude is varied, PAM, and pulse width modulation and pulse position modulation is varied. So amplitude is varied, width is varied, position is varied. Similarly, bandwidth depends upon the width of the pulse is PAM, and bandwidth is depends upon rise time of pulse, and for PPM, bandwidth depends upon rise time of the pulse. Then PAM is an instantaneous transmitter, power varies with the amplitude of the pulse, and for PWM, the transmitter pulse varies with the amplitude of the width of the pulse. So similarly, the position of the carrier pulse is varies accordance with the amplitude of input signal or modulating signal. For PIM, the complexity is high, PWM it is low, and PPM also complexity is low. Noise interference is high in PIM, and noise interference is low in PWM. PPM is high, noise interference low. So PIM is amplitude, similar like amplitude modulation. PWM is similar like frequency modulation. PPM is similar like phase modulation. Okay. Okay. Thank you. So we will see in next video.